So, hi. I know it's been a long while since I made a video, obviously, but, as you could tell by my recent post on my original channel, uh, it's New Year's, so, it's actually January 1st, 2024, so I wanted to say, Happy New Year, everyone. If you're watching this a bit late and not on, well, when this comes out, like, if you know what I'm trying to say, uh, if you're watching this a bit late, then, well, oh well, guess you'll have this to remember how, how we heard and, or how 2024 started for me. And it just started like almost 2 hours ago. Well, it's about to be 2 hours ago, because it's about turned 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I know, it's very late. It's a lot later than, well, I anticipated. I'm sorry about the background noise. That's Forensic Files playing in the background, because, well, my grandma watches crime shows for whatever reason. But anyway, today we're gonna talk about things that happened in 2023, that happened to that happened today, and well, what happened or what will happen in the future. So let's get into this. Now, of course, this channel is called Bubzilla with the reason, and that's because I think it's obvious. Godzilla. Yeah. Funny thing, when I was like 8 or 7 years old, I first got into Godzilla by the 1998 film. Even though, oh, I'm 13 right now, and it would be impossible pretty much for me to see Godzilla in 1998 when it, well, first came out. Uh, I was actually at my dad's, and it was on like a weird streaming service, and I was like, hey, that looks cool, because from the picture, it looked like a dinosaur foot, and it just so happens that I was into Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World, whatever you like better. And I was like, cool, so it must be a giant dinosaur that destroys cities. I'm gonna give that a watch. I did, and it was pretty good. I mean, looking back at it, it isn't really the best movie. I mean, I I don't really have that much beef with the 1998 design, because, well, I grew up with it, but I really don't watch it anymore, sadly. So, yeah. Maybe that will be the first thing I do this year besides, well, play the Eternal Evolution, which I will get into later. Anyway, let's talk about some other recent Godzilla stuff. Godzilla Minus One. I haven't watched it yet. I'm sorry. Uh, I'm sorry if this may upset. I'm sorry if this may have upset some of you, but no, I have not watched Godzilla Minus One yet. But from the trailer and the clips that I've seen of it, it looks freaking amazing. Like, Like, come on. His atomic breath charge up sequence alone is one of the best atomic breath charges in like the entire series. Cause like other Godzillas, their dorsal plates just light up and blue fire comes out, or pink condensed laser. I'm looking at you, Shin Godzilla. Which, before I get more into -1, which don't spoil it, or else. Uh, when I got into Godzilla, when I first saw like Shin Godzilla, not the movie, but like Shin Godzilla's design, I was like, ew, that's the ugliest Godzilla I've ever seen. And well, looking back, I was kind of right, cause like, come on, bro looks like, well, I don't know how to explain Shin Godzilla. He just looks like a very mutated beast. That's how I can explain him. I mean, that's what he pretty much is in the film, because he evolves like very fast. One of the faster evolving Godzillas. I mean, Toho was like, we could do better, which brought us to Godzilla's singular point. And yeah, Godzilla Ultima is basically a better version of Shin Godzilla. Minus all the tail spike lasers. Yeah, Ultima's better. In my opinion, of course. But anyway, back to -1. That atomic breath. Beautiful. Like, that's the best atomic breath I've ever seen since, well, I only watched the trailer and some clips of the film. I tried to avoid the clips, but I mean, Kaiju Universe kinda ruins it, I guess. I don't know. Also, Godzilla Battleline. but apparently, -1's atomic breath is like any other atomic breath that like it's like a blue laser. But then what happens at the end of -1 Godzilla's atomic breath is what caught my eye, is cause that atomic breath literally caused a nuclear explosion. Like, I have never seen a Godzilla atomic breath that actually causes a nuclear explosion like that. I mean, like, sure, if Godzilla like hits a nuclear power, if Godzilla hits a nuclear power plant with his atomic breath, it may blow up into a mushroom cloud, but there were no nuclear plants nearby. Yeah, that pretty much shows how powerful -1 Godzilla's atomic breath is. Now, while we're on the topic of Godzilla, let's talk about the new Godzilla X Kong. It looks amazing. I mean, and there were of course a lot of surprises, like the new baby Kong, which I believe it's named Suko or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, baby Kong is now with our adult Kong. Scar King looks amazing. We still haven't really seen Shimu or Shimo. No, really. It's Shimo now, not Shimu. Shimo with an O. not Shimu with the U. Obviously, you guys would know that by now, obviously, but anyway, so yeah, even though we haven't really seen much of Shimo, cause well, we've seen him on like some merch or something, in which Shimo looks kinda like a weird version of Rodan. I'm sorry to say it, but it looks like it has a weird beak, and it's just weird. I'm not sure why I'm so confused about its design. But anyway, but before we get into the big part of Godzilla X Kong, Kong gets an Infinity Gauntlet, which is cool, I guess. I mean, it's called the Beast Glove. not Monkey Infinity Gauntlet, but I'm gonna call it Monkey Infinity Gauntlet because, well, it sounds cooler than Beast Glove. That sounds boring. Like legendary. I'm giving you ideas. But anyway, Kong has his new Monkey Infinity Gauntlet, I guess. And it looks like Scar King is like hold up. Before we let me re-say that. And also in the trailer there's like a whole colony of Kongs, and when Scar King shows up, they all seem scared, and they have like a Scar King handprint on them. And I think I have a theory on that, which I'm gonna get into right now, in which I believe those Kongs are actually Scar King slaves. Yeah. You heard that. I think those Kongs who are in Hollow Earth, who are being ruled over by Scar King, are those Kongs are Scar King's slaves. Like, come on, Scar King has a freaking bone whip. And all those Kongs look nervous as frick when he, arrives. Like, sure, it might seem far-fetched, but when you look deeper, it makes sense, right? I mean, you wanted Scar King to be like the most evil villain in Godzilla MonsterVerse history thus far, and I mean, I've been thinking about that on my mind, but I didn't know how to say it in the comments because, well, sometimes people read comments wrong, and, well, that's how you get in trouble with people, because people are stupid sometimes. But anyway, moving on. Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla's now Barbie for some reason. No, seriously. Like, why is Godzilla pink? Like, sure, I guess it looks cool. I guess it's a callback to the Millennium Era. But you could make it more Millennium Era like. You could have made his Godzilla's atomic breath like orange or something, not pink. Like, as a Godzilla fan, like, sure, pink is okay because Shin Godzilla did whatever in Destroya, obviously, but people know Godzilla because of that. His blue, signature blue atomic color. That's how people know Godzilla is Godzilla. And I have another theory on why they of my own why they changed Legendary Godzilla. Not only because he quote unquote evolved, but also because well, I feel like the Monsterverse or Legendary is trying to attract more of a female audience. Okay, how about I just shut up about my own fan theory? Just move on. But anyway, yeah, Godzilla looks weird, I guess. I mean, he looks cooler with his like more spiky appearance. But in some shots with Godzilla, he looks weird, a bit more weird. And that's obviously because the movie isn't fully finished yet. And I get that because my boy looks like cobblestone. Like, no, seriously, Godzilla's skin now looks like cobblestone for whatever reason. But anyway, oh, sorry for shake. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all the Godzilla stuff. Jurassic Park, nothing much about Jurassic Park. I mean, I got new Jurassic Park figures. Not sure if I can. Well, I don't want to waste any of y'all's time me showcasing all of the new Jurassic World Jurassic Park figures that I got for Christmas, cause one of them is the frickin' Mosasaurus. But I can tell you about him. Of course, I already mentioned the Mosasaurus, which he's frickin' big. Like, Mosasaurus is now my biggest dinosaur figure, toy, I guess. And then I got Triceratops, the evolving Triceratops, in which their spikes come out of its frill. And then I got Nigersaurus. Yeah, I know some of you may, and yes, probably wondering, what's Nigersaurus? It's the sauropod thing that was discovered in Africa, the country Niger. Now, some of you may mispronounce its name with the N word, in which I know better people. Oh my god. Yeah. That's why some people are stupid. Even I knew this when I first seen it in like Jurassic World Evolution, I believe. I seen its name and I was like, oh. Then I was trying to think of other ways to pronounce it because, well, obvious N-word's bad. Like, very bad. And you should not say it unless you're black. But anyway, that's basically the only Jurassic Park thing, besides a sequel show to Camp Cretaceous, which is meh. I mean, I like Camp Cretaceous. I think my favorite thing about Camp Cretaceous is that interactive thing. Yeah, that interactive thing for Camp Cretaceous was hilarious. Like, listen. I know this may sound stupid to y'all, but just hear me out. When I watch movies like Godzilla or Jurassic Park, I like seeing people who don't like. When I see movies with like violence and death, I I like when people who serve no purpose to the plot whatsoever die. It's hilarious to me. I know it may sound like a psychopathic thing, in which it probably is, but it's actually kind of funny to me. I don't know why, but it's funny. And when I when I play it, I like seeing your failures / loot you lost thing in the interactive Camp Cretaceous thing. My favorite death is the Toro death in the tunnel where Toro eats Darius, and I know that might sound, well, evil, but, like, come on. It even gives us a POV of the Carnotaurus, and it's like, nah. It's like, pretend my head's Carnotaurus. Nah. It's like FNAF jump scare or something. It's so hilarious. And I skipped a and I go back, skipping the Mr. DNA part, which autocorrects your choice, and I replay that over and over again, and I crack up. I don't know why I think it's funny, but I think it's funny, so it's funny. Okay, so now Evangelion. Okay, so obviously no movies or shows, obviously, because they ended it, maybe. I mean, they said they ended it back in 1998 or something with End of Evangelion, and then they just made the rebuild. But apparently they're done, I think, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. But anyway, games. No, which is where we start to get an interesting part of this video, and towards the end. Okay, so yeah, there's been a lot of collaborations with Evangelion and other games, and these are the collaboration events of games that I've been to. Godzilla Battle Line twice. One for Unit 1 and I believe 4th Angel, and the other for Unit 2, Unit 0, and Unit 8, and the 10th Angel, and the angels are so weak, especially the 10th Angel, that, oh my god, like, they're so easy to kill, man. Just makes me go bonkers. But anyway, so yeah, that's fun, I guess. So, and then, of course, Battle Cats. I've only been to the one recent one, 2023, not the other first one. But I know for sure I've been to the most recent one, which I kind of failed because I got barely anything. I got like 4 characters, and that was it. 2 of them I got 2 Eva collab characters and Battle Cats for completing the 2 stages or whatever. That was pretty much it. No Ubers, sadly. Sad. And Godzilla Battle Line, of course, I got all Evangelion characters, because, well, one, at the time, I was like, cool, they have guns and weapons. I want that. And so I eventually got it, and I was like, woohoo, I have them. I was especially excited when they added Unit 1 to Godzilla Battleline, and at the time I didn't know what Evangelion was, so when I first saw Unit 1 Godzilla Battleline, which I guess you could say what got me hooked up, it was the fact it had a literal machine gun. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but no, literally. Evangelion Unit 1, or Eva 01, was literally the only unit in the game at the time with an actual real life weapon. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. I'm gonna get it. Obviously, like tradition, I didn't really get it during the event, sadly, but I did get it later. So I guess it did work out. And then I had to start a new account on this phone that I'm using right now because, well, I kind of forgot my well, actually I transferred my data to the iPad that I mostly used to play Kaiju Universe on, and I didn't really make a new code so I could transfer over onto this device that I'm using right now, which is a phone. And well, that's kind of sad because, well, obviously I think it's pretty obvious, because then I had to go through the frickin' tutorial again, and then I had of crap units, or yeah, crap units that don't mean anything to me, and I'm back at ground zero. Well, I mean, game does gift you not 1 but 2 pick your own 4-star expedition maps, so that's nice. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I know I could have cut that out, but I was too lazy to, so. Plus it's already almost 2:30 in the morning, so I don't really care at this point. But anyway, yeah, and most recent Evangelion event that's still going right now, at least for the next 3 days after this video comes out, is for Internal Evolution. Yes, I know I've mentioned this game earlier, but in my opinion, the Evangelion collab with Internal Evolution is, my opinion, the best and pretty much the closest thing I could imagine to being an actual Evangelion game. I have almost all the Evangelions that you could easily get. I have Unit 1, Unit 0, Unit 6 for whatever reason, and a Unit 8. You're probably wondering, what about Unit 2? Well, I need to either pay the game $100+, which isn't happening, or get enough red tickets in order to get Unit 2 and Asuka. And yes, you can, the pilot is included, but you can't mix and match the pilots. They're always with their units. Sinister music. Anyway, anyway, but yeah, that's kind of pain, cause basically when I either like an endless battle type of thing, the first one to die is either Karu in Unit 6, which makes sense because Unit 13 is like a bad guy, and Unit 13 is so similar to Unit 1 that they might get confused. Also, I'm pretty sure Gendo eventually pilots Unit 13, and it didn't really, in the like story mode of the Evangelion event, it didn't really mention Gendo at all. I mean, it barely even mentioned any of the adults from Evangelion. So, I mean, it mentioned Misato only once, but that was it. Well, a few times, but not much. But anyway, even though Unit 6 didn't really appear for much screen time, they kinda gave Unit 6 whatever abilities, just called it a day. But anyway, first one die in like an endless battle or boss fight is either Unit 6 / Karu or Senway. Yeah, I have Senway on my team. But anyway, if Senway dies, then it's usually Karu who's next, which again makes sense because, well, out of all four of my Evangelion units, Karu has, I believe, the worst defense or durability, because instead of attacking from far away, he for some reason attacks close up, which doesn't really make sense to me, because in the film he literally sniped Unit 1 in its awakening form with the twin spears, as he was floating sinisterly from the stars, pretty much. But anyway, in which we've gone to our final segment of this video. When are they gonna come out with the new Evangelion, Jurassic Park, or Godzilla game? Okay, first up is Jurassic Park, and I'm pretty sure they already released a new Jurassic Park game. It's like a Jurassic Park survival horror game, I think, which you are stuck on Isla Nublar. You have to, literally right after the events of the original Jurassic Park, and you have to try survive. And if you don't, you get brutally murdered by your favorite dinosaur. Or even worse, your least favorite. Anyway, yeah, I was kind of serious about that. But anyway, so, yeah, it's a survival horror game. It looks fun. I'm not sure if it's out yet. If it is, then oh well. I'm not really interested in it. I wonder when they're gonna add more to, like, an actual placeable Biosyn research facility in Jurassic World Evolution 2. which would probably take a while. But anyway, now, Evangelion. I know it's been barely even 1 year since, well, the last Evangelion game, like, shut down. Yes, I'm looking at you, Evangelion Battlefield, or Battleground, whatever. Yeah, I looked it up, and apparently Evangelion Battlefield, or Battleground, whatever, I don't know, it apparently shut down on July 27th, 2023. Yeah, sad. So if I was a bit quicker with my obsession with Evangelion, then I could have probably played it a little bit, maybe. But no. No, it doesn't work because it shut down forever. Now, obviously, with all the collabs with Evangelion, you could say they are in the progress of making a new game. But I don't feel like that's really necessary because they could just reboot one of their old games and update it with new stuff. If they don't do that, then I would like another game, fighting game, or even if they make like a Kaiju Smash Bros. But let all your favorite Kaiju like Godzilla, Evangelion, Pacific Rim, Gamera, what else? Ultraman, all that other fun giant kaiju stuff, like kind of like that. I would like see game like that. Maybe Gigabash, which is actual PvP monster fighting game, in which there's already been a Godzilla and an Ultraman collaboration pack for Gigabash, which the only thing they're missing is like some more kind of like, and I'm talking about like Gamera, maybe Evangelion, Pacific Rim. That would be amazing if they made if all the kaiju giant monster industries like made a Smash Bros version, made a Smash Bros but for giant monsters and kaiju. That'd be freaking amazing. Just saying. I mean, Gigabash is probably going in that direction. Maybe Godzilla Battleline. I don't know. I mean, at this point, Godzilla Battleline had so many collabs, or has had so many collabs that even I can't keep track. But anyway, now Godzilla game. Yeah, we're way past due for actual Godzilla game, because the last real Godzilla game was back in 2014 or 2015 with the PlayStation game. And obviously you're like, but Ivan, haven't you heard of Godzilla Voxel Wars? I mean, sure, it's a official Godzilla game, but that isn't mobile. At least I don't think so. Excuse me. I'm talking about like an actual player PvP Godzilla game. Like something you would see out of early 2000s. It'd actually be amazing if they like remastered the early 2000 Godzilla games and like put new kaiju in it, like update all the kaiju, make graphics better, like guys, can't just keep disappointing us. We want actually good stuff. At this point, I've been going on about 2023 and future, but right now, let me try it again. But at this point, I've been just rambling about how everything that happened in 2023 right now and possible future, which I'll try my best to see -1 as soon as possible. Hopefully I keep away from the spoilers, because I'm really trying to. I mean, it doesn't really help because of Goji Center. But oh. But yeah, happy 2024. It's been almost 2 hours. We are 2 hours and 40 minutes in, at least at my time. We are 2 hours and 40 minutes into 2024, at least here in the Midwest, Illinois. And, well, hope you enjoyed this. Yes, I'll try my best to see Godzilla X Kong when it comes out. But I'm not fully sure if I can, because, well, money, and I have parents. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for tonight, or today, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Sorry for the wait. I'm hoping to have a review video, and also about my Lego Skibidi toilet. Another update on that. Apparently I got annoyed at how ridiculously annoying it was to like try to have my big Titan cameraman and like stand up, so I broke him and all the other big guys like Scientist Toilet upgraded and G-Man Toilet, and I made him smaller again. I mean, at least he'll fit in like a storage place, which I'm still trying to work on that mess. Of course, you can't see it because it's in living room, but I basically have like a graveyard of pieces of like the old Lego Scientist Toilet, G-Man Toilet, and Titan Cameraman all over the floor, alongside the other Lego pieces, other stuff. Hey, at least used made two separate Titan bodies. being speaker man and cameraman / TV man. But anyway, that's okay. For real, that is it. I hope we have a happy new year. Hope 2023 turns out great. I mean 2024. I hope 2024 turns out great. I hope I see you soon. If not, then oh well. Sorry I haven't really posted anything. Combination of school, life issues, and being sick with a fever for almost the entire week. Yes, I'm feeling better. Thank you. That'll be us off. Happy New Year. Let's have a great 2024. And hopefully this will be another good year for us Godzilla, Jurassic Park, and Evangelion fans. See ya in the next one.